Started off as a fan of Dragon Ball Z first.
Everyone loves it.
Princess Peach or Toad.
Like, what am I watching, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are on Tales from the Film Set, and we have a special show. We have a surprise guest, too. We have two surprise guests. One I kind of already knew, and then one's like totally surprised. So we have the guy from the mailroom scene, from Elf, Mr. Mark Acheson. And then we have a special guest.
It's the real guy he brought with him.
Yes, we're going to get into that one.
I'm real? I think you are. Okay.
Well, I see you, so you must be real. And that is Alex Zelderman.
Sahara.
Alex Sahara.
I get that screwed up all the time, too.
That's okay. I'm just going to keep drinking. It's all good. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll drink. You drink until we get the name right.
That's all right.
That sounds good. Every time it's wrong, I'll drink. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
we could be drunk real fast here between the two of us.
Well, with the names like Acheson and Zahara.
Sahara?
Yeah.
Come on.
How you guys doing tonight, man? How is Mexico, by the way? By the way, we're all jealous over here.
Let's see.
It's been great.
Yeah.
Sunny.
Warm,
Beautiful.
sunny.
We went boogie boarding, my wife and I, the other day, and kind of almost killed each other, or, well, sort of. Got flipped around in the ocean a little bit.
Just so you know, both of them are here. Both of our wives are here. So, okay.
The browser has blocked your mic and camera.
Mark just, were you guys there? Hello?
Perfect.
There we are.
There you go.
Okay, are we
Good
cool?
job, wife there.
Sorry, I got really, really friendly with it.
So yeah.
Back, are you there?
I didn't have permission, did I?
Yeah.
No, you guys are good. 100%. So,
okay.
Rob, go ahead, bud.
I'm gonna have
better parts are mad at us now, so you know.
There you go. I'm gonna have to put my ear to my hand because there's a bit of loud music in the background.
Yeah, plus I'm deaf.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, right now, by the way, thanks for the time for coming on. I appreciate that. Talk a little bit in this case. What do you got going on? Mark, I know you got a horror movie coming up. We're going to talk about that. Alex, we want to talk a little voice work with you, but how are you guys doing right now? What do you got going on?
Well, for me, I mean, I was in that movie Final Destination Bloodlines that came out last summer here. I was crazy. It was amazing. My wife and I went to Shannon. We went to LA for the premiere, and we did 2 days in Disneyland beforehand, and she'd never been, and had a great trip. The premiere was awesome, and I think the movie's done about 340 million or 50 million worldwide. It's so much so that they've already greenlit another, like a seventh one. Yeah,
Really?
they're gonna do a seventh one, and then the directors are now, get this, they're writing. Zach and Adam are helping write. Bob Zemeckis write Gremlins 3.
Yes, that one I heard about. Yes. Yeah, so basically we're going to get Zach back. We're going to Phoebe Cates, who, by the way, I'm an 80s kid, so childhood crush right there.
Right.
But no, congratulations on that. That's, like I said, a big deal. The Final Destination movies, I'm not going to lie, they scared the hell out of me.
Good.
I know. You know, it's one of those things that's like, it didn't scare me. No, it did. I'm not afraid to say that.
Yeah. I watched it like this. I was doing this most of the time.
Yes, sir.
Not me.
Yes,
When I saw the lawnmower coming for him, I was like looking at over and over and over again, seeing that lawnmower eat him like crazy.
I can't do movies like that. I can't do the Terrifier movies either.
Oh, yeah, those are scary. No, I was at a convention in Arizona, and there was all Terrifier people down to my left, and that was nuts.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy. But here's a little point of trivia for you. That was my 40th on-screen death in movies and film.
Nice.
In film.
You know, it's funny. I've died in a lot of films of my own too, because usually in my case, I end up being that guy who like makes it through the second act, says like, "We're gonna make it, we're gonna be okay," and then he gets hit by a truck.
There you go.
But it's funny because obviously you understand this, the blood that goes into it, the squibs and everything else. However, you're gonna die.
Holy crap!
Oh boy. You know,
I once got killed 3 times in 48 hours in 3 different shows.
No way.
Seriously.
Amazing.
With a machine gun, with a shotgun, and then a horse and a knife thing. And so 3 different shows. It was like a message from the movie. People, die.
Yeah.
Please die. Just get out of the business.
Well, I've always said it, and I think maybe it goes for Mark too. We make our living dying on TV and film.
It's okay. You
Well,
know,
people say it to the ass because, like, well, why you get killed so much? I go, well, let's think about it. The good guys are established in the show. The leads are there, so they need the bad guys to come up against.
Yep.
And someone's got to pay the price. So
You do look like a bad guy most of the time, but me, I could see me getting killed every day. Anyway,
You know, I want to ask you about this because this is weird. Because 2 weeks ago we had someone, Ellen Dubin from Napoleon Dynamite, and she did 2 episodes of Highlander the Raven. Now, in your case, you did do 2 episodes of Highlander back in the 90s.
Yes, Ed.
What am I remembering?
I did 2 episodes.
of which?
Highlander?
Oh no, I didn't do Highlander.
Okay,
no.
sorry.
You did.
Yes,
No,
yes, I did.
No, Mark, you did.
Yeah.
And I remember one episode specifically, but I don't remember. I think I remember the other one more or less. But for both of you guys, a lot of your work has really come from like the Vancouver area, right? And just Hollywood North.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But yet, when they shot that, when I was hanging people along the river, it looked like it was Mississippi or something like that.
Yes.
But that was Delta, And
That
then
was also back then.
there's so many different locations that worked out well. Highlander, I got to be an immortal. On one episode.
I actually saw that episode. I did.
It was called Courage, I think it was called, right?
Yes.
Because I didn't have any.
That was right at the beginning of my career as that show was going on. And I auditioned a couple times, and Callum Keith Rennie and I were up against each other. He got it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the blonde, the dashingly handsome, blonde, good-looking fellow. Yes, that's it.
Right, you.
Me, sure.
Hey, me, that's for sure.
But
Callum and I competed. There you go.
Can I tell you guys about the first project that either of us worked on together?
Well, I know for you, you had Trial of Incredible Hulk.
Well, no, he said the
No.
first show that we did
We had
together.
that together.
Skip Tracer.
Way
Yeah,
back. This Eaters of the Dead.
Which became the 13th Warrior.
John McTiernan directing.
Yes.
Antonio Banderas.
Omar
Sharif. Oh, my God. Omar Sharif. And we got to hang with those guys and do that for a couple of months.
Yeah, it was
And it's
crazy.
the first time he and I worked together.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with him.
Same here. It was my first. That was my first gig ever. That was I joined the union. Was that gig?
Okay.
Wow.
And it was crazy because I think the first day we were sitting around waiting for Omar and Antonio to show up. They were running a little behind. They'd been Antonio had been shooting Zorro and he was a week late. Anyway, we were sitting around waiting, and then finally someone goes, "Look, there's Omar Sharif." And I was a total fanboy. My heart was just like, like it was just crazy.
To me, that was one of the most incredible actors I've ever met.
Absolutely.
Because I knew his history, but also because when we were shooting, he was most kind,
Nice,
the gentlest,
sweet.
I mean, it was really hot, and there was no aircon. It pumped fresh air to him directly, and he would share it.
Yeah,
with him and I, to keep us cool.
Yeah,
he was a wonderful guy.
Just a gentleman. Like
wonderful guy.
He would sit there between takes and rehearse, and he would be going over his lines, and he had all these like Arabic, or Arabian utensils for eating, whereas the Vikings were all like nah, And it was just really, really cool. And like he'd be like, "Please, I am freezing now. Like, give this cool air to these gentlemen. Come on." And you didn't know because we were in a tent inside a huge barn, and they built this huge tent for the Vikings, and they put all these braziers, these fires. Well, underneath the table, like 6 inches underneath, was like 4,000 water bottles because we were sweating to death.
We were dying.
I thought
I was going to die.
Yeah. Nobody went to the bathroom all day because we sweated so much.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyway, that was our first experience together.
That was 29 years ago.
Yeah.
And the weird thing about it is you remember it so well, and yet it's 3 decades.
Yeah. What was that?
You remember, that's the weird thing about this industry. You have such vivid memories, yet it was 3 decades ago that you did it. Yet it feels like yesterday. This industry is so weird that way.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because I mean, like, if you look at the group of people that we worked with on that show, like the local Vancouver guys, they picked 6 of us Vikings to go, and Andrew Cavadas and I were the 2 shortest. And we called ourselves
the best looking.
We called ourselves the littlest Vikings, and we're going to have a spin-off, And then there was like locally, it was John Bear Curtis. He's been in the he's still with us? I can't remember.
I passed away in 2010.
That's right. He's
great man.
But he'd been in the industry for decades already. and then Brian Jensen, Michael Bjornson, myself, Andrew, and Mark. But like it was a real exception. We all made livings at it, like made careers in it. So yeah, we were the top 6 Vikings in town.
That tells you a lot.
Yeah.
Rob, what do you got, man?
First off, thank you for bringing your friend on with, like I was expecting just Mark, but I'm happy we got Alex here as well. And when I was looking through Alex, I was looking through your stuff. I'm a big superhero fan, so it was cool to see that, you've been in Smallville,
Yep.
You were in Arrow, you were in Supergirl, and you were in Batwoman. And what cracked me up about
You were in Batwoman?
I was.
Yes.
Damn, man.
I know.
I want to get in there.
What were you saying, Dory?
What I was gonna say, what cracked me up is normally they would keep you as the same character, but I love how you're a different character in every different show.
Yeah.
So it's cool. You play
Like Mark, we're character actors, man. We make our living in like by volume. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Yes.
Well, it's obvious with me why I'm a character actor, but it's not so much him. But anyway.
Well, normally I have a big beard on, and I've shaved it off recently. But I got one of my first auditions, I had these big. I got pretty pronounced eyes and a little scary. And this guy goes, you said me about your hair and your eyes, and you're kind of angelic or whatever. But you are. Well, thank you. But that's the thing. It's just you look a little different. I don't look like the everyman. Neither does Mark. But that's been great. That's been the bone of our career in different ways, right? I mean, that's what's kept food on the table, because we don't look like the average Joe.
We're lunch pail actors.
There you go.
True. We come in, we do exposition, we let
Move
out
the story along.
facts and figures and stuff like that. We may add a little quirk, but we're just, but we do it all the time. We bring our lunch pails and we go to work.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite memories on the superhero shows? Is there any actors that stuck out that you liked working with?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you want to go?
Okay. Well, I'll start with Omar because that was, for me, that was the big thing for me. But of course, Will Ferrell too. That was an incredible thing. But Omar had so much. I mean, it was hard for me to breathe around him, knowing Lawrence of Arabia, Dr. Zhivago. Holy crap, man! Let me go.
Goodbye, girl. I mean,
let's go.
Funny girl, rather. Funny girl, not goodbye girl.
Funny girl, yeah.
But I mean, in terms of if you want to talk about specifically superhero shows and stuff, I mean, I worked with Tom and Kristen and stuff. I didn't really have scenes of. I had scenes mostly with Michael Rosenberg, right? Rosenblum.
Rosenbaum. Yeah.
There you go. But I mean,
you got the first thing.
There you go. But I did what's that? Apollo and Starbuck. What was it? Battlestar Galactica.
Yep.
Not stuff I got. That was the superhero stuff. But I mean, just the people that you met and everything's great. Okay, well, when we did Supergirl or Superman, Smallville.
No, you were in Supergirl.
Supergirl too, but get this, you do the read-throughs at lunch. They would hire actors to read the whole script with the other actors. The director can hear what's going on. And I can do accents like crazy and different voices and stuff. And so they said, listen, there's this little Kryptonian man that gets activated, and we can still you can come on the show later, but could you play this little Kryptonian man for us? And I was like, okay, sure.
Do it, man.
But he turned out to be about the size of this beer bottle. And I was just a hologram. And I kid you not, we were sat around all day and we shot that in one take at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I did it in one take. And it was hilarious because in the script, real quick, in the script, they had 2 lines of dialogue and it says, the Kryptonian man continues, and then the main guys have their dialogue. And I said to them, well, you've got to write me something because there's a page and a half of dialogue. So overnight, they wrote a monologue like this, and I had to learn it overnight. And I did it, thank God. But yeah, I don't know. It's been interesting, fun. But real quick, back to Smallville. With Smallville, everybody was super nice and super kind, and that's the number one thing I think in Vancouver shows. Most of the guys' egos are not bigger than their britches, right?
Right.
And everybody was amazing. Tom, Kristen, Kurlik, everybody.
And what's cool about Smallville, right now they have a rewatch podcast, and they're actually on season 7. So they actually just went over your episode not that long ago that you were on and stuff. But they do a rewatch podcast with Tom and Michael, and they've never watched the show, so they're watching each episode and then talking about the show and talking about behind the scenes.
Oh, cool! Right on.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You know,
Well,
My question for Mark,
Go ahead.
because I didn't ask Mark last time. Did you ever get out of the zone?
Did you ever get out of the zone?
Did you ever get out of the zone?
The zone?
You got to get in the zone.
well, like what? Like, do you mean like eight air miles from Vancouver?
No, I
Like,
was making
the
an
extra
elf
pay for
reference.
travel.
I was making an
What do you
elf
mean?
reference.
You mean I'm doing drugs?
No.
Apparently, yeah, it's an elf reference, by the way, in this case. So,
What do you? Sorry, it's just hard to hear you. Can you speak louder?
yeah.
Can you not hear me?
I can
No.
hear you, but
Sorry,
you just
sorry.
got to talk a little louder.
Just a little bit louder.
I'm
'cause we're-
yelling right now.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
All
Sorry.
right.
Get real close.
There,
That's
that works.
perfect.
There.
We
Can
love
you hear me
that.
now?
Yeah.
What I was saying is, did you ever get out of the zone? It was an elf reference.
Wait, Elf reference. Did you ever get out of the zone?
You forgot of the
Like
zone.
you were in the zone with Elf, like
Oh yeah, like I have to get out of the flow.
Yeah.
Or that's what it is. Out of the flow. Did you ever get out of the
Out
flow?
of the flow. That's what got me into this.
Yeah.
Going with the flow. That's actually a lie.
Yes,
The thing
there we
is,
go.
my whole
All right.
life, just like probably his, we just went with the flow, man.
Yeah, pretty
We're
good.
really happy. It's like crazy. You don't know where you're going to be. You don't know what you're going to do. Something happens, and all of a sudden your life changes for a few months or something, and you're at it. And I mean, Elf was like one damn day in my life, and yet it changed my whole career.
Wow.
And that's the way it's weird, you know.
Oh,
And
okay,
now
it's
the
got
time of
covered
year,
right there.
residual checks.
Picture.
And now the residual checks are showing up because they're playing it all through December. But talk a little bit. Obviously, we want to talk a little bit about Silent Night, Deadly Night, the remake right now. Matthew Modine's daughter is in it. So, how you feeling? We talked a little horror earlier on, but are you jonesed about this?
I got to tell you, I'm because I'm retired now. Basically, I'm not doing like Alex is much more active. He's working much more than I do. But every once in a while, a thing comes along like a gift, and that was this, right? And they said, "Could you do this voice of this guy?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went, "Holy crap, yeah!" Like, yeah. And so, in it's the third the franchise of Silent and Deadly Night, but Mike P. Nelson has done a totally different thing with this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I become the voice in this guy's head. After I get killed in the beginning, I become the voice in this guy's head throughout the whole movie. And I'm evil and I'm horrible, but I still have a conscience. I'm still a nice guy. I say, no, don't kill that lady. Kill that guy. I discern. I'm careful. And but to have my voice as part of a movie like, I'm excited for December 12th.
Nice.
And it'll be the first. It'd be cool because like in December 12th, I'll have two movies in the theaters, right? Elf, because they're still printing out tickets for that thing. But Silent Night will last for a week or so. But it's going to be cool, to have two things. Anyway, that's not bragging for me.
No,
I really enjoyed it.
But it's a rarity for us actors, I guess, to have two projects in cinemas at the same time. That's crazy.
Sure.
And December 12th just became the annual day for Elf. Every year is now December 12th. Is now the annual holiday for Buddy.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, somebody sent a thing where they're making an anniversary thing. I mean, this thing is much bigger than it was back then. I mean, back when it came out, okay, that's cool. But later on, people went, holy shit, that's cool, and it's like, because they force feed you it from November until January. They pound it down your throat. And so I just got locked into a Christmas classic with stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's awesome. A good lottery ticket, that's all.
You get the residual checks. I got a 71-cent check the other day, and my wife was like, "Is that 71?" It's like, yeah, because a TV show or movie airs in Bulgaria, and all of a sudden you get a check like 3 months later.
Right.
So at least in this case, the holiday season's nice because those checks are rolling there.
Yeah. But it's the myth with the actors. Everybody says, "Oh, you guys are rich. You're rich. You're rich." No idea. I
from signing all these checks.
I'll get you that 20. But it's so funny because I have a friend, my buddy, is in SAG, and he got a check for 2 cents.
Yep, I have.
Yeah, 2 cents.
Which it costs more to ship it or to
exactly.
mail it off.
The bigger payment is that there's podcasts like Rob does, where he walks the damn walk,
Mm-hmm.
along with talking the talk. And I went, this dude, if he asked me to do a podcast, in the middle of the night somewhere, I would do it because he's really doing this. And I just thought, wow. And anyway, Rob, super. And thank you for being patient with me and getting Alex in here, because he's seriously, Alex has been a friend of mine for decades. And I looked after him a lot because,
Hey, let's stop it. This guy was my mentor, my first guy on. No, but he doesn't even really know it. But when we were on the 13th Warrior, literally, I was greener than grass, and this guy was the veteran to me. The old timer veteran, and I'm like, oh yeah,
it was the old timer.
that's right. No, but the experience.
No, I know.
But looking up to you and John Bear and others, But these guys are so cool. Being on the film together and working together, that it set my attitude about hey, show up like a journeyman actor. Like you said, we're lunch pail actors. We're journeyman actors. We show up every day.
Yeah.
We work hard, do our work, and
Yeah.
then we leave. Jokingly or not, but there's a friend of mine, Dean, who's an armorer here, and he was consulted on all the big, when stuff happened with the armor stuff, the Acheson stuff. He was consulted on it, but he said, this guy's one take Sahara, because that's the thing for us. Sometimes the coverage on us, they turn around and we get one shot at it, and we got to get it done the first time.
That's when they like us.
Yeah,
Is when we take no time off their schedule at all.
that's right.
Do it, get it out of there.
Yeah,
And that's why they're like,
and you got to hit it out of the park the first time, because
First
you may
time.
not get another crack at it.
not another shot.
You had mentioned the fact that you had that 2:30, I guess it was a Saturday or whatever it was. You had that 2:30 scene that you had to do, because again, when you have Saturdays, and we've all done them, you lose energy by 2:30 at night, especially when you have another scene after that, and you're rolling till sun up. When I was standing in on Gotham, stunt work on Gotham, we had Saturdays until 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Saturday morning, and then back at 7 a.m. again. You can't recover from that.
No, dude, I went from a show. I worked 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on a show, raced across town, and I worked from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. On another show. I don't know how that was legal, but it worked.
It wasn't, but
I don't think it worked, but that's how they used to do it. Yeah.
And that's
it was
where
crazy.
cold brew becomes important.
Oh yeah. It's insane. I think you sneak off to the little honey wagon and sleep for 20 minutes and okay.
The thing is, we're Canadian actors.
Yeah.
Which means we're hardcore.
That's right.
We do it, get it done. We're gritty. I mean, it happens with us.
Exactly.
We don't have a script when we go on audition. We have it memorized.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We show up
in the MLS Cup Finals right now with Vancouver.
So I couldn't hear that. What?
Vancouver's in the MLS Finals. You got to give them some love there.
That's right. In the MLS Finals.
Yeah.
BC Lions lost, but
Yeah. Sorry, I know we're chatting a lot. If you have any other questions or to let
I
us.
just want to mention that we were together in a bigger thing, later on. It was called Level Up.
Level Up, yeah.
Series, right? And I was good, but this guy smoked me. And we were together
he was the
Bobsy twins.
He was the king of the ogre.
Yeah, but I sucked. But
No,
he was, and that's the kind of thing we had, right? And
Yeah.
even after that many years, we got together.
Yeah. Just worked it and it's that's the thing of the relationship. I was this little sort of minion, like Ochi the ogre.
So good,
But,
so
yeah,
good.
sort of like a was it Mr. Burns? What's his name? Mr. Burns' assistant. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that guy.
I was like Mr. Burns' assistant. Yes, yes, Smithers. Yeah, Smithers.
Mr. Smithers.
Yeah, Smithers. But I mean, it was but that's the thing. I was going to say, both Mark and I trained and went to school for acting. I did 7 years of post-secondary education totally, 5 of which was around acting. And he
did a year and a half in a course with the.
Well, you did an intensive training at
But no, I mean
intensive training at Langara.
Okay.
And that's just it. It's like you said, a lot of Canadian actors were actually really highly educated and well trained.
We both came from the stage,
Yeah,
which
the
I'm
theater.
proud of.
Mm-hmm.
When I talk about stage, he knows what we're talking about.
Yeah. Sorry, our wives are giving us the eyeball too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say,
We're gonna go to-
I just want to say that the most important part of this for me was being able to have this guy with me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thank you very much. But
Yeah,
it's so cool. Well, I gotta love Facebook because I just look on Facebook. Oh, Mark's in Mexico. Hey, Mark, let's go too. Oh, let's
And I been here, and he's on it.
I have one quick
happy
I
question.
will
Happy wife.
send you a picture of him and I in full makeup on this last thing we did.
Yeah.
And it will blow you away. I'll send that.
Crazy.
And you know, it's just like, and we look in love, just like we are now.
So, but yeah, thanks to the wives on this one. Happy wife,
Thank
happy
you.
life. I understand that one.
You guys. And Rob,
I need to
Rob,
ask one
I
question.
salute
Rob's
you.
got one more question. Hang on. Yeah.
One question. What is your guys' favorite color?
Favorite color?
Yes.
Ocean blue, baby.
Yeah. It would just the kind of azure blue that is in the tropical.
There you
it's
go,
a soft powder blue with the ocean here. It's
my favorite
can't
color.
see anywhere else. It is true. It's mine. Powder
And-
ocean blue azure.
Yeah. We met.
Mark,
We're matchy.
Nice. So,
Mark, I want to thank you very much for being on here, and thank you again for the autographs that you sent me.
Thank you so much, guys. Sorry we were late.
no, it's okay. Listen,
But anyway,
vacationing in Mexico, so we appreciate it. So,
Cheers, guys. Have a good one, eh? Take care.
stay well,
Hey,
guys. Cheers.
Canadian. Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
we're so good, eh?
You're doing great there. So, cheers.
I don't know what's happening here.
There.
Hey guys, we are still on, but we want to thank our guests for being here. Thank you very much. The wonderful Mark, wonderful Alex. Do we want to talk anything else, or are we wrapping up right?
We can wrap it up at this point. You know.
Okay. I do want to show. So yeah, what I was showing now, it's a zoom up version. Mark, about a week ago, I got these in the mail.
Nice.
And he put "to Rob, my buddy," and then signed it and said, "You're a true elf." But then it was funny. The other one says "to my buddy, Rob." So I like how he changed them both up. And so huge shout out. Thank you again for coming on to the show. Guys, check us out next week, where we'll have more awesome content for you to a stream near you. All right, we'll see you guys. And on that, my name's Buddy the Elf. That's Scott, and we are out of here.